Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about election mirages and shifts, and why it might matter a lot this election. We're going to go over a phenomenon first identified in 2013, but can be seen in elections going back to 2004. Given Trump's likely moves on election night, it's incredibly important to know about this and talk about it before election night. People need to know to expect it. The blue shift or red mirage is an observable phenomenon that stems from the typical demographic difference between in-person, mail-in, and early voters, and the typical voting patterns of people who live in rural areas and cities. What happens is that small, low-population counties get done counting their votes first. So, as the results start to come in, those are generally the first reported. These areas tend to vote Republican, so it creates the appearance of a Republican victory early on. Then, as time goes on, the cities start reporting, which are areas that tend to vote for the Democratic Party. So there are large shifts in percentages and numbers in favor of the Democratic Party. The same thing occurs when the early and mail-in ballots start getting counted. Those also tend to trend toward the Democratic Party. As those votes get counted, the red mirage disappears and the blue shift begins to happen. Republicans watch their leads shrink or disappear. This happened in 2020 in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. It might happen again this year. Those same demographic trends can cause exit polls to be off because exit polls only reflect those who vote in person. Sampling only in-person voters when there are trend differences between them and early or mail-in voters, which makes up millions of voters, leads to false impressions. In recent elections, when self-serving people cast doubt on the election process, this phenomenon was used to trick the gullible into thinking that something was amiss. It's incredibly likely that Trump repeats his 2020 stunt of claiming victory before states have completed vote counts or the elections have been called. It's important to talk about this now, today, before he makes his claim. People are less susceptible to false information if they have the information beforehand to refute it. The people who believe Trump's false claims about the election in 2020 didn't come to that conclusion on their own. They were led to that conclusion by people they trusted. We're in a very polarized country, and current polling shows this is too close to call. We will likely not know the outcome of this election on election night. It's important to remember that the campaigns, including Trump's, do not get results before officials in the states. If they claim victory before the votes are counted or before the state is called, they have no basis for doing so. They're just hoping you don't know enough to doubt them. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.